Drummers Against imply timekeeping. I'm going to do something that I call Why is Bill Ward Great? The drummer from Black Sabbath. As a disclaimer, always, this is my opinion and my opinion only, so it's not really a debate. I just want to give you an idea when we're talking about great drummers and discussing them. I think it's a lot of fun. But I'm of the opinion that knowing why this opinion comes together over a series of years is more enjoyable, to know where you're coming from. So again, this is why I think Bill Ward is great. Not just, it's obvious he's had such a legendary career and is very much the father of heavy metal drumming. Why? What happened in particular that really stands out? Now, in 1968, when Sabbath got together, in 1969, those 2 years in there, FM radio was just coming into play to listen to music. It was fantastic to listen to that. I had the radio, I had an AM, FM, and you can listen to several tracks on an album in a row, and just the way it was very underground. It was a great way to listen and learn music. Now, when Black Sabbath came out with their first song, which was Iron Man, their only real bona fide hit song on the radio. This thing, when it came over the airwaves, sounded like a bomb going off. It was just really just a blast of sound. And I remember going, my God, it was unbelievable to listen to it. It was a hit song that sounded like that. Think about that when you consider 46 years later, 47 years later, what's on today to what that was. But the great thing I want you to key in on, especially for drummers, what makes Bill Ward absolutely great and why he's great is because of that song. There are great riffs all over his recordings everywhere. But on Iron Man, it is the regular beat is slow 4/4. Then it switches to a cut time heavy rock beat with the guitar solo. Now you'll notice as we get to the end of the guitar solo, there's a part in there that goes ba 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 na na. Right there. I want you to listen to that over and over. Why? Because Bill Ward, on a nickel with 2 cents change, goes from cut time to straight time in one beat. So listen to that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. No one, I have never heard anyone before or since do this and do it perfectly. And when you consider that Black Sabbath was doing a live recording, it's just more astounding. There's no edits in it. It's just the way he played it. And he did it flawlessly. And this is something that I think a lot of drummers take for granted of when you're listening to things. Why is Bill Ward great? Because of Iron Man. That's why. You listen to that fast part with the guitar solo, and then breaking it down to the original riff, he stopped on a dime. And the bass player, Geezer Butler, was right there with him. And so I want every drummer to just listen to that again. That's what makes him great. I doubt if hardly any drummers could do that. I don't care what style they play. To play at that tempo, at that speed, and come back and play that perfectly cut time, that's extraordinary. Now, there are a lot of jazz drummers I enjoy very much that can also do cuts and just wicked, sharp turns in tempo. Max Roach comes to mind. Absolutely fantastic drummer. But I want to give special praises to Bill Ward, because Max was always praised, and he's famous, and he deserves it. But Bill Ward was never really given the credit he deserves. He was creative. He was clearly groundbreaking. But he also did things that were extraordinary, and that Iron Man cut, that particular moment in one measure, is why Bill Ward is great, besides all the great records he was on and played on. All right? Now, if you have any questions about this and want to discuss it and ask me anything, feel free to do so. I'm on twitter.com/drummersagainst, facebook.com/drummersagainst implied timekeeping. And those of you coming in for the first time, welcome to my channel. I invite you to explore many of the things that I'm sharing and what I'm trying to teach. And as always, I'm inviting you to subscribe to my channel. Your subscription is your support to what I'm doing. And I'll continue to do more technical videos in the future, but lately I've gotten on this kind of kick to kind of share with you my insights from a historical perspective on why certain drummers are great, and really nail it of the particular on why. I'm just a big advocate of explaining to younger drummers, or even non-drummers, when someone has an opinion, at least just to explain why you're coming up with this opinion, where you're coming from. And hopefully this clarifies it. So hats off to Bill Ward always. This is why you're great. And listen to Iron Man, and particularly at the end of the solo. And that'll kind of cement the idea of why he's so great to me. All right? My best to each and every one of you, especially those of you who have stayed with me from the beginning. I thank you for that support. And we have a lot of new things coming up soon. So as I get these ideas, if I get the notion I want to share with you, I'm going to do it. So thank you again for looking in. And again, Bill Ward is great.